to keep bundled up when they go outside, and make sure you have plenty of gas in your car. Don't run out of gas. And also check on your neighbors. If you have neighbors that aren't able to get out of their house, make sure that they're warm as well.
Right. I love that. I love that you were just like, make sure you bundle up as you go out, as my kid literally wore shorts and a t-shirt today.
Well, I mean, it's, you know what, I've seen more.
I promise I'm a good mom.
No, I've seen more kids doing this, you know what I mean, like where they're like without a coat, and I don't know, but I'm going to guess that Friday or Saturday, if one of your younger ones go out, I'm going to guess there'll be a coat involved.
Listen, here's what I say, and I tell their teachers this every year. My kids know if they're hot or cold. They have coats. If they choose not to wear it, that's on them, not on me, and they will face whatever consequences there are.
There you go.
So don't hold me responsible for that.
But there you go. Well said there, Autumn.
There you go. I mean, it is what it is.
Put a little label there with your children, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're also probably not going to be outside for long. They're probably just going from like the car into the school where it's warm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, except when they go out to recess.
Well, they're running around so much. You know, when you're up and you're moving like that, it keeps you a little bit warm.
Well, my elementary school kids, I do make them keep a jacket or a hoodie in their backpack because of recess. But the middle schooler, I'm like, whatever, dude. You're old enough. You can make your own decisions.
Well, in middle school, they don't have recess. So,
right.
Yeah, so he is staying as warm and toasty there. So, well, no matter what, and I love the part of checking on everybody, making sure everybody's okay. And, our mayor just sent out a press release this week about making sure that your water, like, if you need to leave it running a little bit, make sure your pipes don't freeze, things to do, and so that it doesn't become a disaster. And, so those are good tips, and we know how to do it. This is what we do. I mean, this is the time of year, but it's good reminders.
And also another thing, I was just kind of Googling weather, and it also reminds people that cats love cars. And so if in your neighborhood that you potentially have cats that are maybe not kept inside, to kind of keep an eye out for them, because cats will try to get up into your tires and into your car to stay warm.
That's good. I have a couple feral cats, and I'm sure I've scared some of them when I turn on the vehicle.
Yeah, it is scary. Those are good reminders too. They do, and they get in there, and that's just not. Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah.
Very bad.
Very bad. All right, we're into the 20th day of December, so we've got 5 shopping days for those shoppers out there. For those woodcutters out there, we got 5 chopping days. So shop or chop away.
I need to go shop.
So we're on the 5th day of Christmas. My true love gave to me, or would it be 5th day?
We have 5 days left, so 7.
7 days of Christmas. Wait, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
7 Lords
yeah,
of
that's
Leaping.
right. Yeah, 7. Wait, what is it? Do you know it, Melissa?
7 Lords of Leaping?
7 Lords of Leaping. No. 8, ladies.
Drummers drumming?
7 drummers drumming. Maybe
I'm Googling it. We don't know this song.
5 golden rings.
I know the 5 golden rings, Becky.
I know.
You can't put me
And
on the
swans
spot.
are swimming.
7 swans are swimming. Yes.
All right, well, they are swimming today.
I need that alliteration there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank goodness someone was there to help us, right? Someone knows. Someone's got to carry this program, right, Melissa?
Listen, we're just here, Becky. We're here today.
Hey, I just have a computer in front of me to look.
Well, you know what? You were very impressive there. All right, today is the 20th day of December. Today is, let's see here, Dot Your Eyes Day. Dot Your Eyes Day.
Becky, how do you dot your eyes? Do you dot your eyes with little hearts? I see you as a heart daughter.
I do. I am a heart daughter.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm a heart daughter.
Yeah.
What about you, Melissa?
I just do a dot.
What about you, Autumn?
I do a circle.
A circle?
I do. I do a circle when I'm feeling frosty. When I'm feeling, I don't know what I'm saying here, when I'm feeling froggy. But if I'm in a hurry, sometimes I don't dot it at all.
Whoa.
Yeah, rebel. I'm a rebel.
You are.
I either go all out or you get nothing from
now,
me.
Melissa, do you agree with me on this? If you receive something like that and it's not dotted, does that not drive you crazy? It's like, could you have not gone a little bit further and put that dot up there?
Well, if I'm giving
Well,
somebody.
sometimes though, like Melissa Jeremiah is quite a long name, and so if I'm in a hurry, you may not be able to make out the Melissa and the Jeremiah, but I just like put 2 random
lines.
dots.
Yeah, I'd be like M line, J line.
There you go. All right. Well, I'm not that person. I don't, I'm not really, I know that you need a dot, but.
Yeah, sometimes my signature says ought ha. The second half of my name's just drop
What's
off.
sad to me is my signature is so ugly, and then like when I have to sign something, and everybody has signed before me, and I see their beautiful penmanship, and then here comes mine. You know what I mean? I always wait till the end. I'll sign last.
Yeah.
I wrote a check one time to a guy that had done some work on our house, and the bank called. Because I had time. I mean, it all depends on how much time I have as to my signature, what it looks like. And so I had written out Melissa, Jeremiah, you could read it, it was very neat. And they said that it did not match my signature card.
Oh, I love that. You know what? Kudos to the bank for keeping an eye on your account.
That is true.
Way to go. Yeah. Way to go.
Yeah. Well, I actually sent a note to the teacher. And the teacher accused my daughter of writing it herself. It was like a 3rd grade or 2nd grade. No, that's my mom's penmanship.
Yeah, well, in my world, I love when signatures don't match because it's a good sign it's not fraud.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's celebrity hall,
like,
I'm sure.
I expect it to get, like, if we're through the package, which, I sit there and watch you, but, like, if we're through the package and the end of your signatures look the same as the beginning, I'm like, something is wrong with you. Yeah. Like, I expect it to get sloppier.
Yeah. Melissa, you probably have to sign your name all the time, especially like when you like in nursing and everything, you probably had to sign off on everything.
Yeah, I think I wrote neater whenever I was like a nurse at the hospital or out in the field, but now that I'm in the office, you're getting all kinds of things that you just have to sign, like purchase orders and stuff like that. I am not very neat.
Yeah, that means you're very intelligent.
That's what I've heard. My dad had bad penmanship, and I have bad penmanship. My mom wrote beautiful, so my dad. But anyway, and it's funny because with that, it is. They do say it's inside of intelligence. We always used to joke about that because, like doctors, always joke about their penmanship. So,
well, I think either that or just your life. Like, you're in a hurry. I don't have time to sit and write my signature very pretty.
Yeah, and I get sloppy too.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So it is Dot Your Eyes Day. Today is Games Day. What's your favorite game to play, Melissa?
I would say Perquacky.
Okay, please tell me what Perquacky is.
You guys are like, what is Perquacky?
I know. We're going to be playing Perquacky.
It is like a game that my mom loved to play it, and it's like you roll dice and they have letters on them, and then you have to spell words out of the letters. And the bigger the words, the more points you get.
Oh, fun.
So it's like.
And you're timed.
It's like alphabet Scrabble.
Oh gosh. That's fun.
Right? It's like a Scrabble dice game.
Yeah.
I love it.
Did you guys make that up?
No, you can buy it. I don't know if you still can, but we had like a game. I still have one somewhere.
I love all
I like it.
Words.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just never heard of it before. Yeah. So what about you, Autumn? What's your favorite game?
I love life. I
love life.
I love life. I love the game of life. My kids aren't allowed to touch my life game because they're not going to lose my little people.
Oh.
The board game life.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
You're looking at me like, what are you talking about?
I'm laughing because they're not, okay, so
they're not allowed to touch it.
Okay, so what's your lucky thing to be? Like, do you want to be, what's the, I was trying to think what
The careers?
Yeah.
I never go to college. I just start my career right out the gate.
Wait, I'm cracking up. Do you buy insurance?
No.
Okay.
Like, why would I do that?
Melissa, when you play the game of life, do you buy the insurance?
No, and I also always go like the risky route.
That's right.
Look at you, girl.
Melissa and I, we're risky people.
That's right. Risky business
I
here.
also love, like, Yahtzee. I enjoy playing Yahtzee. It's fun.
Yeah.
My kids were playing Mario Monopoly, and they were making their own rules last night. I was just like, whatever, I'm not even mad.
Yeah.
Like, do it. Be creative.
Do it. Do what you gotta do. All right, so today is Games Day, and I think that's a good idea, really, to get ready for the holidays if you're going to do some games.
What's your favorite game, Becky?
Oh, I would have to say, I love euchre.
I love euchre.
I love euchre, and I'm a little skill. I can't. My penmanship is bad, but my euchre game is good.
Listen, I can never find anybody to play euchre with me. I
I'm
love
your girl.
euchre.
Call me anytime. I'm there. Melissa, you play euchre?
I haven't in a long time.
Okay, well then we need to grab her too. Okay, you can it's like riding a bike and come right back to you. Yeah, yeah. So euchre, and then I also like a good game of Pac-Man.
Nah, I can't do video games.
It makes me a little nervous though afterwards.
I can't do video games at all.
We stayed in a cabin in Gatlinburg last year. Jeff and I did, and there was a Pac-Man machine in it.
I can tell. I get a little bit revved up.
With Pac-Man?
Yeah, because it's like he's going. You know, I mean, I get very competitive in that. Yeah,
I know.
It's not really a game that I should, be around.
I cannot do any games on any electronics. Like I was never a good gamer. I'm not a good gamer now. I stink at it.
Melissa, do you remember like in Autumn? You might. I don't know. They used to have like handheld footballs. I have one of those. It's like a football game. You
the handheld games? Yeah, I had a handheld Yahtzee game.
Yeah, well, they had the football, and I love that game. You know what I mean? That was
great.
We have one of those.
I still have one too. I have mine too. Yeah,
I do not have mine.
From time to time, if I had time, I'd play
That's great.
But, yeah. Anyway, games day. Start thinking about your games. Going caroling. Melissa, have you gone caroling this year?
No, I have not.
What about you, August?
I love to carol, but I think we've lost that. I don't think people carol anymore. Not as much.
Yeah.
I mean, now you go to somebody's house caroling, they're going to probably shoot you. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, I think too, okay, during COVID, everybody couldn't carol. But I am seeing more. I like Salem Crossing, Meadowview.
Like going through the halls?
Yes, and I love that. I think that's really nice. I think
that is nice, and you're staying warm.
Yeah.
I think of the caroling with the big mitts outside standing on the street corner.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
People may pay me to stop, but...
Now, years ago...
The dresses and like the hooded hat.
Yes. I'm a big fan. I say bring it back. Bring it back.
Thou hast had their hat on. Thou keepest thou coat on.
I would do it. You would see me on the street corner with the big mitts and the hat and the big old wool dress.
Yes,
I would do it.
I love those too. I love every bit of those. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Yeah, I would do that.
Like the old Mickey Christmas Carol.
Yeah, if we could get that. Yeah, I'm all for it. But it is. What I always loved about it. Our youth group always did it when I was little. We'd always go through, or even older. And I always liked it because everybody knew the words of these songs. You know what I mean? Everybody comes together. I mean, like there's, like if you sing, like if I started a regular song, sometimes people don't know the words.
Right, but everybody knows.
Everybody knows the carols, and I love that. Everybody's in unity singing.
Spirit of togetherness.
It really is. I love it. I love every bit of it. I love caroling. But I think I know they are letting carolers come back, but they do ask that you call just to make sure there's not already a group.
Right, and you should do that anyway, just in respect.
Yeah, definitely let them know that you're coming. Yeah. All right, so go caroling. I love that. And we used to actually, years ago, like different people, maybe the ones that were like, shut-ins that couldn't get out, we would, go to their homes, and it was just fantastic. I love caroling. And seeing the smiles on their faces, it was just always fun.
Yeah.
International, let's see, I don't know, it's called Mud Day. And it shows, I don't know what Mud Day is, and Melissa, it shows actually like a doctor's outfit. I don't know what that means, Mud Day. I don't know what that means. National Sangria Day.
I do love a good sangria.
Melissa, do you like a good sangria?
No, I'm not much of a sangria person.
Okay.
My husband likes it.
Okay. Well, today is the day. So get out and enjoy for sure. And it is getting closer to Christmas. And Melissa, do you have your Christmas shopping all done?
No.
No.
I have all the shopping for like the grandkids and but not so much for adults.
I need to finish too.
You have yours done, Becky?
Well, are we ever done? You know what I mean? You know how you...
Yeah, right.
It's like, is it ever done? I don't know. I don't want to say yes and then, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's such a nervous question. I get so nervous answering that question because somebody will pop up or something will pop up or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's always, yeah. I've got some things to do.
I've got a lot to do. Can we go back to Mud Day
I'd
real
love.
fast?
Yes, I knew you were googling.
I am
Yeah.
because I'm curious.
Yeah.
It's Mud MUDD Day.
Yeah.
Because it is the birthday of Dr. Samuel Mudd,
Oh.
whose name was Mudd after his dealings with John Wilkes Booth. So after John Wilkes Booth killed Lincoln in 1865, they rode to Dr. Samuel Mudd's home. Now, whether Dr. Mudd helped him or whatever, I don't know, but killed his career, so now he has a day planned after it.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow. Very interesting.
there you go.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I tried.
On Scott Hall on the. Appreciate that. All right. Well, let's talk some great things. Hoosier Uplands. You know, you guys are so good, and I just want people to know some of the services. And Melissa, I want to go over the heating service right now and helping people with their heating bill, because I just don't. I want to make sure that, like, I mean, I could see someone on a fixed income say, you know, that they have to cut out some things, and that might be something that they want to, you know, cut out, and it's very dangerous.
Yeah, on the heating, one thing about heating, well, like there's two things. One is that we do offer assistance for, you know, people that need help with their heating expenses. And our phone number is 812-849-4447. And, you know, you also need to, you know, keep in mind if you are, you know, having issues with your heat, you know, to make sure and, you know, call us and see if, you know, we can offer assistance with that. And also be careful with trying to, like, heat your house with, like, don't try to heat your house with, like, a stove or, you know, some of the things that you hear people doing that end up causing fires.
Yes. Yeah. Well, in some of the heaters, I think now we've got they're a little safer, if you will. But, I mean, years ago, some of them were very dangerous and got very hot, and especially, like, if you had children around or pets.
Yeah. Or those kerosene, like the kerosene heaters.
Yeah, very dangerous. I think they've come a long way on those, but still, you know, be careful and be safe. And that's something that, and what a blessing that Hoosier Uplands will help out. So I just want people to know there is that assistance, and I think that's a great thing for. And if you know somebody that might need that, you know, make sure that they are aware that it's there. And if it's there, let's use it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So those are things, and I think this is good, just good reminders of things whenever you're going into this holiday season, you know, and we're getting closer and closer to also the things I do want to talk about that in the cool. You know, like if you do get stranded, because this coming Friday and Saturday, we are supposed to be getting some snow and actually some really cold weather. And sometimes vehicles just don't work in the cold. You know what I mean? We're done. You know what I mean? I'm out. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I don't work in the cold, baby.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, it is too cold out there.
Yeah.
Why do I live where the air hurts my face? I will stay inside.
Right, exactly. Well, they say that, you know, if you're actually driving, you know, some tips to do to make sure that you stay in your vehicle. You know, they say try to stay in your vehicle and pack a like a kit,
An emergency winter
kit. And you might need to check that, because usually in the summer, like, everybody eats my emergency kit, like, because, you know, the snacks and stuff.
Well, and it's going to have, like, the bottled water and maybe, like, the granola bars. But even, I mean, think about it's winter, so make sure you have a blanket. Make sure you have maybe those hot hands, things like that if you do get stranded and you run out of gas or your car quits, you're not going to freeze to death.
Yeah. And those are things that just, like, in a flashlight, they say, too.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true.
And also a phone charger, like a car phone charger, so that maybe you could call for assistance.
That is true. And I think that that's something that, you know, if you've ever been stranded on the road, you know, just like even on a warm day, you know, it's very upsetting. But then, you know, when you do it with the cold weather, and I think a lot of people get out of their vehicle and they say, stay in your vehicle, that's the safest place, you know. So, you know, and it's always good to be prepared. You'll stay in your vehicle and try to run the engine. Of course, you have to be careful. And with the running the engine, I always think maybe crack a window a little bit, you know what I mean? Because you don't want that with the carbon monoxide. Is that right? I'm saying that right?
Well, you don't have it coming back in your car, though.
Well, now hang on, I heard this. Is this true? Is this fact or crap? If your car's at an angle, that it can come back in. Have you heard that before?
I've never heard that, Becky. I'm not saying it's not true. I've just never heard it.
Have you heard that, Melissa?
I haven't heard that, but, you could, I guess, potentially, like, be in a situation where you've got, like, if you've gotten down into, like, a ditch or something like that, maybe if your exhaust is, like, covered, it could come back in. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's where, I don't know.
I am not a mechanic, nor do I pretend to be one.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just think, maybe just, I always like err on the side of caution, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just, to be safe.
That's also why you need to be sure and keep gas in your car, because if you're ever in a situation where, like you see, like, on TV where, like, people are on even, like, the interstate, and then something happens and you're stuck for hours on the interstate, you don't want to just have, like, your car down at the red line to start with.
Right. And I think a lot of times people will pass people and not, like, just don't stop. They
don't.
They don't. And it's like, if somebody, needs help, or something,
Yeah.
a lot of times people are a little hesitant on that. So it does say run your engine to stay warm. Some of your safety experts recommend conserving fuel by running your vehicle for 5 to 10 minutes with the heater on and warm up the interior, then shutting off the engine for 30 to 45 minutes. However, it's not 100%. It's not a 100% rule. And so they said typically they would recommend turning on and off the vehicle, assuming you have enough gas. That's exactly right, what Melissa just talked about.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Also, turning on your hazard lights is making sure, and also you want to make sure the car that your battery is charged before you get into bad weather.
And that's the thing too. This year, make sure you have a good strong battery going into winter.
And also, whenever you said turn your hazards on, I feel that's very important, because sometimes, like you see people that are pulled over on the side of the road, and sometimes they're just making a phone call. Like you don't really know for sure anymore if the person really needs help or if they've just pulled over for something. So, maybe if somebody had their hazards going, that would be more of a sign that there's something going on with them.
Yeah, I think we've kind of lost some of that. I don't know if etiquette's the right word, but some of those unspoken rules of what you do.
Yeah.
I think we have kind of lost that a little bit.
But I do think that if you're, and I don't mean this in a sexist way or anything like that, so anyone listening, don't take it that way. But if my husband would not be happy with me whatsoever if I pulled over to assist somebody broke down on the side of the road. I mean, if it was a car accident or something, I would stop because I'm a nurse. But you do have to be careful, because there are people that just like set up like that they're broken down, and it's just like a trick or something. So I don't suggest that someone traveling alone just pull over and offer assistance to somebody if you're by yourself.
Well, and I think you're right on that. I think that's the key. Don't do it if you're alone. I will not ever stop if I have my kids in the car. Like, that's just a safety precaution that I do. If I have my kids in the car, I don't stop. Because you don't ever know.
Right.
So you do have to use the caution on that.
Yeah, and definitely. And, so that might not be the best thing to do, but you can also, even if you don't stop, you can go forward and call, like, your authority. Call the state police, you know what I mean? Call the...
That's what I was getting ready to say. Almost everybody has a cell phone with them. Call it in.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a car stranded on the side of the road. Can you send an officer or whatnot?
Yeah, exactly. An officer and a gentleman. Can you send... Sorry. I just... That movie was on.
I'm sure that was a movie. I've never seen it.
Of course not. Have you ever seen it, Melissa?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. All right. Okay, let me go on. Okay, so it says here, display a troubled sign. Okay. Every
Please
day.
just keep whiteboard in your car, please, with a permanent marker. I'm in trouble. Please help me.
Every morning when I get up, I display a troubled sign.
Listen, funny story. So I remember, and this is not funny, but it was kind of funny when I was a kid. Back in the day when you could ride in the back of trucks.
Oh, yeah.
I remember my dad taking us to Holiday World, and we were in the back of the truck. And he did have a camper, so it's not like we were just out on the interstate. But, like, we were giving signs to people on the interstate. And I think about it now, it's like, man, we were just being stupid kids.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, what if my dad would have been pulled over and like, as you have these 5 kids in the back of the truck bed being like, oh, we were kidnapped, help us, help us. Like, yeah. So thankfully nobody took us serious, but
we did that one time. We had the old station wagon, and on the way back from vacation, we hung up signs.
Yeah.
Kidnapped, help us. All that stuff. People didn't. They just laughed.
They didn't care.
Yeah, they knew that. Oh, those kids are just. Yeah, I think they felt sorry for my dad and mom. Oh, the poor mom and dad. But anyway, yes, it is, and it is crazy how things have changed because we used to ride in the back of those trucks, and I remember like ladies like laying out in the back of a truck, like on the way,
I did.
Yeah.
I see no problem with this.
No, I know, but that's a no-no.
Well,
things not to do anymore.
I don't do it anymore because I'm too old. But
well, okay. Well, a display a trouble sign. Here's some things that you can do. Okay. It looks like you can, of course, use flares if you have flares.
Yes, because everybody keeps flares.
My luck, there would be nobody driving by. There would go my flare up. Gilligan's Island. Remember, nobody was looking at the flares.
Yeah, like
you have a Christmas idea to get for people is a flare.
There you go. Emergency road kit.
I've not even heard the word flare. To hear that word is funny to say right now, a flare. Do you have a flare? Or is there, there's a difference between a flare and a flare gun, right?
I have no idea.
I think a flare is a flare just sits. A flare gun goes up, right?
I mean, Becky, I don't have any of those things, so.
I don't think I want to ride with you. Okay, I'm going to be driving. Okay?
Listen, I have the water, the food, and the blanket, but I don't have the flare. If we go on a road trip,
we're not riding with Autumn, okay? Because she does not have a flare.
Okay, but I do have heated seats.
Okay, well then we're going to ride with you. Yeah.
I do have heated seats.
Yeah.
So Becky, did you ask your daughter's boyfriends back in the day if they had a flare in their car?
No. I did ask many other questions.
If you do not have a flare, you're not taking my daughter.
Yeah, that's right. That could be like a condition, you know what I mean? You do not get to take my daughter out if you don't have a flare. Yeah, I need to see your That's a deal breaker right there. I'm sorry. You must go home and get prepared and come back. That's hilarious. Yeah, that might be a good one, Melissa. That's good. That's very good.
I'll keep that in mind.
So you only have one come up. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So flares. Use a flare. Other universal signs of distress. I did not know this. A bright colored cloth on your antenna or your door.
I have never heard that.
I know. If I saw that, I would not.
If I saw that, I'd be like, that is a red flag, and I am not stopping. Like, they are wanting attention.
Okay. Have you ever seen it, Melissa?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
I'm with Autumn. I would be like, I just don't think we should stop here.
Yeah, I don't think
I wouldn't. I know. That's a hard pass for me.
It says, or after the snow stops falling, raise your hood.
How would you? Oh, yes. Now, I will say that if you are driving, you see somebody with their hood up, that for me is a big sign of something's wrong and they don't know what they're doing.
Well,
I mean, really, that's me though.
You'd see my trunk up and my hood up.
Well, and then you would feel more comfortable about calling the police if you were by yourself to report that there's a car with their hood up versus just there's a car sitting there that we don't know what they're doing. They may be on the phone.
That's true.
Right. You're right. And then I'm wondering now, as we're talking about this, is that a 911 call?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, because I'm sitting here thinking, if I'm driving on the interstate, I don't know that county or that city police situation, so it's not technically an emergency.
Well, but it could be if it was that cold out or that hot out.
Yeah. Yes, you're right on that. Yeah.
I don't think they would be upset with you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you made that call, because that's like a borderline, if you will. And I think it is kind of an emergency, especially, as it gets cooler. So I don't think they would be upset with that.
I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm saying, because I have heard, and this may be fake news, but I've heard that I don't think it's really an abuse of it, but if you call 911 and it's not a true emergency, I've heard that, that's kind of a no-no. Or, like I don't want to be like a,
Right, and I agree. I do think it's a big no-no, but I think that, because I definitely...
Yeah, don't abuse 911.
Right, but I think like in that situation, just like you said, you know, you don't really, if you don't know the area or something,
Yeah.
you know, you're not really clear with that.
Like, hey, first of all, this is not an emergency, but I don't know who else to call.
Well, and if they say that, you know, this line is not used for that, then, you know, say, okay, you know, can I have a number to
Can
call?
you give me the number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's wrong. You know what I mean? And you can get a lot said in so many seconds.
Although I will say, we went to Pennsylvania a couple years ago, I guess 7 years ago, and we witnessed on the interstate a Jeep Wrangler was driving super fast. They lost control of the vehicle. They ended up hitting a guardrail, flipping. They were going so fast, we saw it ahead of us, I could not stop in time. And because you're on the interstate, you know, it's not like I could do a U-E and turn around. So I did, in that instance, call 911. And I'm like, we're out of state, we're driving, like, I'm at mile marker, here's what happened.
Right.
So I think, I don't know, I mean, you're kind of in that situation of, what do you do?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Another one is stay healthy. Okay, so stay healthy. So
Yes, please, as you're stranded, do your calisthenics in your vehicle.
How many push-ups have you done?
yeah, well, it says here's what it's saying. Okay, drink plenty of fluids, eat snacks to keep your energy up. If others are with you, card games. There we go. And interesting conversations will help pass the time and keep everyone's spirits up. So that is true.
You can keep everybody kind of busy and,
Yeah.
you know, in the car.
Especially if you have children there, you know.
And, of course, that's where the snacks and the waters that come in play. But a lot of times those get eaten or drank throughout the year.
That's
so.
where the chargers come in play as well.
True. There you go. Yeah. Okay. And if you do abandon your vehicle, at last resort, if you're forced to abandon your vehicle, make sure it's off the shoulder and out of traffic.
You know, even when you're off the shoulder, I mean, you can feel that traffic just,
Yes,
it shakes
scary.
your car. It's
It
very
is
scary,
scary.
very scary. And if just one came over too close, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just scary.
it is. It's semis, and I think I'm going to throw this out here. As one of those unspoken rule etiquettes, if somebody is on the side of the road and you are in a multi-lane, move over.
Yeah.
Give them that space.
Absolutely, yeah.
When I got a flat tire on 65, I was shocked at the amount of people, as I'm out there trying to change this tire, the amount of people who, 2 lanes up there, and would not get over as I'm out there changing the tire. And it wasn't like I had 2 cars coming at the same time. You had room to get over, you see me out here, and you're not getting over. You can feel the vibration. It's very scary.
Very scary. And they know to do that. I mean, that's been taught to, you know, you're supposed to do that.
And
I
don't know.
Well,
That's
it
what I'm
isn't
saying.
even like if you see an officer having someone pulled over.
You are supposed to get over.
Yeah.
So please get over and give space. It's just safety.
Yeah.
I mean, people get hit.
Well, and also, like, if you have children, you know what I mean? If they're, you know,
And that's the hardest thing, because when you're out there, then the kids want to come out.
I know.
And so it's like, okay, I'm trying to change a tire, stay in the car so I don't have to worry about you.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Melissa?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and those are good reminders for everybody.
Yeah.
Please.
So it looks like make sure you're off the shoulder, out of the traffic lane. This will not guarantee it will be towed away for the snow removal, but at least lessens the likelihood that it's safe for your vehicle and other motorists. They say so.
Also, so if you do abandon your vehicle and it sits there, when the big plow, the trucks come through, you know what I mean? That's something too, you know, and to take into account. So
yeah, you don't need it hit with the snowplow.
And so here's what you need in your emergency kit. Here's what I was looking for: blankets or sleeping bags.
Yep.
Warm clothing and waterproof jackets, hats, mittens, and boots for all passengers. Okay. Windshield scraper and small broom.
Where are you going to store all this, Becky? I'm sitting here thinking, where am I going to put all this?
You'd have to have just
like, I'm going to have like just one of those travel suitcases on the back, on the top, just for my winter preparedness.
I would love
it. Seriously. Are flip-flops on that list? Because
that's why her winter boots.
I mean, a broom?
Autumn, I don't want to
change that visual because I've got a good visual of this. But I think it means with those little brooms, you know.
Well, I'm just sitting
Okay,
here
but I
thinking
think a big old broom is even better.
I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, goodness gracious.
Okay, hang on.
people.
There's more. Okay.
There's more?
Oh yeah. Windshield.
Bring out
Road
the-
trip. Windshield washer fluid. You want it the kind. Hang on. Now, this is,
That's in my
there's
vehicle.
more than this. You want the kind that's rated to sub-zero F, not the 32F version. Okay.
Listen, I will say this.
So if you give an F, don't give a. You
Pinpoint here. That I'm not carrying the whole jug. That's what's in my windshield wiper fluid stuff.
But you,
Because let's be honest, I don't defrost my vehicle in time, so I'm that crazy person like trying to get the windshield wiper fluid to use the ice.
but make sure it reads sub-zero F,
Sub-zero F.
not a 32F.
Yeah, because listen, we're under 32 degrees, Becky. I know you're cracking up, but that makes sense. I mean, not the jug. Don't
No.
keep it in the back of the vehicle. Oh, and all this is in the trunk, by the way, so I
No,
can
this
get
is on
out
top
in the
of
cold.
this is on top of your car.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
this is in your suitcase above your
That's
car.
right, because it
okay?
wants a whole-
That's right. Thank goodness we got the Christmas tree off so that we can put the suitcase up now.
Okay? All right. Melissa, are you getting all this?
Yeah.
Are you taking notes on that? Make sure you get this sub-zero F. I have no clue.
Sub-zero F.
I just want to say right now, it
I
is
do
Greek
actually
to
know
me.
that.
Okay,
No.
this is all Greek.
So
okay?
your windshield wiper fluid is it's rated based on how it works in
I
different
never use
temperatures.
it because I'm always afraid then I'll have to read.
That's what they do that when you get your oil change.
But okay, well I just don't. Okay, but I'm always afraid that I'll not have it when I need it, so I don't.
So you just don't use it at all. That makes perfect sense, Becky.
It's
Perfect.
always there when I need
Becky's
it.
gonna be out there
need-
with the spray bottle.
I need things I can count on in life. Okay.
Actually, side note, I have this really cool. Justin bought this for on sale. It's like $6, and it goes over my windshield, and it actually even goes over my mirrors. And I put it on at night, and then I don't have to mess with it in the morning. I just pull it off in the morning, no frost on my
You
windshield.
are a peach. I mean,
It's great.
who gets? Where? I mean, what a husband.
He's fabulous, and I'm
Justin,
spoiled, and I'm not
Justin.
upset about it.
Go, Justin.
It's great.
Melissa, do you have one of those?
No, I do not.
I don't
I said it would freeze in my car or something.
No,
I
it
don't
won't.
know.
It won't, Melissa, do it. It's a magnificent. I used to do it with
It's a game
blankets.
changer.
It is a game changer.
Yeah.
It's like 2 seconds on and off.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fabulous. I love it. It's
Her
changed my
husband,
life.
honestly, Melissa, her husband Justin, like, has all these gadgets and ideas and things like he knows. You know what I mean? He can change the doors on your refrigerator to go a different direction if you need them. I mean, this man,
True.
yeah, this is like. So I really want to try this now.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
It's not fake news. It's true.
No, I want to try that. Yeah. What about you, Melissa?
I think it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll show it. It's in the back of my van.
Okay.
I'll show it to you after the show.
It's on top of her roof.
It's in the preparedness
Okay.
kit on top of my van.
Okay, hang on. So windshield fluid. Okay, a collapsible shovel.
That's for the body I'm burying in the wood.
I was like, that's.
Why
You know,
would
where in the world would now? Come on, now
I
that
don't
is where
know.
would you put that?
I have heard though, is kitty litter on there? Because I've heard you should always keep
You're
kitty
going
litter.
further than I am.
I don't even see your list.
Listen.
I'm making things up as I go.
I was going to say kitty litter and or sand.
Yeah, so that you get that traction if you get caught in the snow.
Okay, hang on. I'm not done yet. So I can't get over the collapsible shovel.
It's for the kitty litter.
What if you had one like engraved with your family's name on it? It would be what a nice little Christmas gift.
Okay,
I
I don't know. Okay, let's see here. I got a shovel. Shirley got me one for my wedding, and I was like happy as I could be.
you got a shovel for your wedding?
When she walked in with the shovel, I thought that's a lovely friend. That is a true friend, right? Do you not love that?
I would be very confused.
Very practical. No, I
I'm not a
wanted one.
farmer.
I needed,
Why do I need a
I needed
shovel?
a shovel. You can use a shovel at any time.
Justin
you know
has a lot of shovels.
For
Do you know there are
Maybe she thought your marriage wasn't going to work out.
No, I think just the opposite. I think she knew the family that grew things together.
Devil.
She's a farmer. You know what I mean, right? You know, right? Yeah. I think she knew.
She knew you'd need that 6-foot hole, Becky.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the greatest thing I've heard all day.
Well, she knew it was either going to be kissed or kicked, right? You know what I mean? I thought of it. I loved it, okay? I just want to say, if she is listening or anybody Everybody knows her. She is fantastic. And I thought it was very practical. And actually, I had it on my list of things I wanted. So I needed a shovel, okay? I like to put plants, okay? I like to try
gardens and stuff, okay? So, anyway, yeah, but you need a collapsible one, okay?
When you see one of those walking
things to be... I guess talk about hanging a red sign out.
Listen, I'm looking at this. I'm
very happy.
Amazoning this.
Okay.
Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon,
So, all right. Next thing is toe straps, like towing straps. Yeah, I know.
Gosh, why don't I just put the whole
Why would
vehicle?
the towing people not have straps, right? I don't think I would have to help them.
Well, I guess, unless somebody has on the side of the road pulls up like a Jeep or
Okay,
something.
here you go. Here you girls go. Bag of sand or non-clumping cat litter for the traction. There you guys go. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have tire chains next. I don't think they do. Do they do tire chains? I don't see those very much anymore.
I think that's only going to be good if you get one of those good old beater vehicles. Vehicles today, they're plastic. They'll break.
What about you, Melissa? Have you seen any tire chains lately?
That doesn't sound like a good idea to me.
I just want to jump back in here and say that collapsible snow shovels are a real thing.
Yeah, did you not know that? Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a lie. I guess I thought it was a lie.
No.
It's not a lie.
No, I've seen those before. Yeah.
And also, in all seriousness, if you're going to use a shovel, you need to also make sure that you're in good health, because snow is extremely heavy, and someone could end up with a cardiac issue or a respiratory issue if they are not in shape to shovel snow.
That is good.
Well, actually,
that is important.
I was going to put that as my tip this week. I'm so glad you brought that up, Melissa, because on a serious note, you're right, because even if we do get some snow or whatever our weather holds for us, it can be very dangerous too, and that's something that we need to make sure that people remind that too.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to have an emergency on top of it.
And I know people that have stayed out hours shoveling, and that can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
So
please be careful on that. Also, a battery-powered radio. Yay! Very good. Chemical hand warmers. And they have those little hand warmers. Actually, Walmart had them down for $1. I think, I don't know what they normally are, but they were on for $1 over there. A deck of cards or a board game. There you go. Paper maps and a compass.
Now, that's something that
Paper, you know what, though? I'm not against it.
No.
Because your phone dies.
Yeah, definitely. And I just went, I think that's it. So, yeah. Hang on, wait. There might have been one more thing. Let me put up real quick. I lost it for some reason. Yeah, that was it. Hang on. No, wait. Deck of cards, a cell phone with a card charger, and I think that goes without saying. Please make sure your phones are charged in case your vehicle battery goes dead. And by the way, know where you are. Don't rely on cell phone maps in case you don't have service. Keep your emergency food and water in your car. And there you go. Those are just good. And don't forget, make sure that your car is defrosted before you take off on the road. You know how you have those little bitty you do.
I'm the credit card scraper.
Oh, me too.
I get the little.
Yeah.
You see my eyes.
Yeah. Make sure your battery, your wiper blades are okay, and you have windshield fluid. So we talked about that. Yeah. But it can be. It can be the most wonderful time of the year, but it can be, the not most wonderful time of the year.
And Melissa, I do want to. I'm going to go a little bit of a direction, and want you to know that I know several of our community, very near and dear to our community, your family is, and we're definitely praying and rooting for Sean. And you've been kind of battling. You've been very busy battling a lot this season.
Yes, we have. Sean is currently at not university. He's at Jewish Hospital in Louisville. He's been there since last week, and we don't have a release date at this point in time. Some of his friends have gone down to see him, and he's greatly enjoyed getting to see some people besides just Jeff and I. I think he's kind of sick of us sometimes. But he, at the moment, has fluid buildup on his lung, and they're having to do some adjusting with some of medicines and things to get some labs where they need to be because his bleeding time is high. So they don't want to go in and do a lot of things right at the moment while his bleeding time is off. But they did yesterday get a liter of fluid off. And so he said that did help him to feel better. But yeah, we greatly appreciate all the prayers and support that we've gotten from the community. And I try to give like a daily update on Facebook, and I tag Sean in it so his friends can also see it. But we do appreciate that very, very much, and I know that Sean does as well.
Well, and I do appreciate your updates. I always try to read them when I see them, because I think it's important, and I know that that he is very, your family is very valuable in our community. Definitely, we have some really good prayer warriors, and for those that would do anything to help or anything. And I think I don't know how long his stay is going to be, and maybe you don't either. But hopefully he'll be home for the holidays. Maybe if not. If you, maybe on your Facebook page, if you put like an address, maybe people can send cards or something, to him there at the hospital.
I love that idea.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. And we had also, some of his friends had sent a Christmas card to our house because they knew that we were going down there daily. So yeah, and he's had some friends that have come down to see him, and I know he appreciates as somebody. I know the other day him and one of his cousins were sending like I think it's Snapchat, where they just go and like put on filters that are like funny, and I think he got a kick out of that, just to kind of have something different going on while he's there.
Well, definitely, and there's nothing more exhausting, or I guess makes you, I guess, even more tired or whatever you want to call it, than the hospital. And I know that that's a lot. I know he would much rather be out and be home, and I think that that's just good things to to remember. And definitely, and however, I mean, either send them to your house or send them to the hospital, whichever is easiest. But I think that would be something that would probably lift his spirit.
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So I think that's, and I think this, I'm going to go right into, I think too, and I am going to, since we have you on the phone, and Hoosier Uplands, you guys are wonderful for the communities you serve, and such a blessing that we have you. And I do want to say that, Autumn and I know we spoke before, it's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, but it's not always the most wonderful time of year for,
Sometimes it's rough.
yeah, we talk about families, that actually have gone through a lot and are going through a lot, and and maybe recently, and then all of a sudden 5 days till Christmas, and you're not necessarily feeling that way.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, and I know that recently I've seen some of my friends that have lost loved ones around the holidays, and so sometimes it's kind of good to keep that in mind. The people that, maybe, like whenever Maddie and I went out and did the elf stuff here not too long ago, and kind of left some little goodies for some people. One of the people we included is a lady that I have no idea what her name is or anything. I know where she lives because I had gotten some packages from her accidentally one year from Amazon on my porch. But I found out that she had lost her husband last year, and so maybe make some cookies and take them over, or and take over some leftovers from your holiday dinner or something like that to some people that that are kind of having a hard time, or maybe are alone at the holidays.
And I just want to add on to that, like, be gracious. Like, it's okay to not be okay. If you have all the Christmas spirit in the world and you come against somebody who does not, it's okay. Mm-hmm. Like, just be kind. I think we need that reminder. Just be kind.
Yeah. I have to agree. And I think, too, that, and I'm not trying to, but I am going to segue right in, because what a blessing if you need somebody to talk to and trying to figure out how to adjust, when someone near and dear you lose. You do have the wonderful counselors up at Serenity Now in Bedford, and that's such a blessing, Melissa, that we have this facility.
Yeah, and Serenity Now, I did pull up their phone number because it's different than ours. Their phone number is 812-275-4053, and like you said, they are in Bedford. And also, if you go to the HoosierUplands.org website and click on Home Health Care and Hospice, there's a section under, making sure which section it's under while I'm sitting here telling you this. Go under our social services page, and there is a section entitled Your Grief Journey, and you can click on, there are 3, 6, 9, 12, there's 13 different things that are listed on this page, and some people like to go and read everything at once. Some people just want to do something once a month, once a week, once a day. That they're, suggestions for dealing with grief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Right. You never have too many tools.
No, and that's exactly right. And it might be something that you just didn't even think about, And I think to know that one thing when you're grieving is to know you're not alone.
Right.
I think that's so important.
Well, and like you said, it's okay to, like the other day, for example, a friend of mine sent me a text message and said, "You are so strong. You're like one of the strongest people I know. However, it's okay to let somebody carry part of that weight for you." And so, I think that it's good to let people know, like you were saying, that it's okay to not be okay. You don't have, you need to have people where you can, be your true self and let that person know, this is how I feel today, and not just have the public persona, so to speak.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's something that I think we've done better in that. I hope we have, and I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah, I think it's getting a little bit better.
Yeah, but I still think that that it's still something that a lot of times people don't reach out for, or they think, oh, I'll just try to get over it. And a lot of times, you got to work through it, and...
Well, and I think that's the key right there. No, you don't just get over it. I'm sorry, you don't get over it. You can work through it, but you don't ever get over a loss. Sorry, no.
Right.
Well, and also sometimes, grief kind of comes in waves,
Yes.
so you could have had, maybe, Christmas, bugs you every year, because it's Christmas is just one of those times, that you should be together as a family, and you're not able to because of a loss, or, because the person's, no longer with us. So, kind of, always maybe in the back of your mind be mindful of that fact if you know that this person has lost a child or lost a spouse or, lost, someone very close to them, that, Christmas is always kind of one of those times to sit back and reflect, and maybe every day of Christmas, the Christmas season isn't a happy time for that person.
Well, and I mean, even kind of tagging on that, not only is it a time that you have family, but, Christmas falls at the end of the year where people are thinking about, oh, let's reflect on my year as we go into the new year. And, that's a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, it is good food for thought and good reminders for sure, but I am going to, and so definitely just be very mindful and be kind, just like Autumn said. Let's all be kind and be thoughtful and do what you can do. Do your best. That's all you can do, and that's, do what you, whatever you can do, it's okay,
Yeah.
And I'm going to switch gears just for a second because, Melissa, I won't be talking to you till next year or after Christmas. So what's your favorite Christmas movie, Melissa?
I would say that I probably, I like White Christmas, but then I also like Elf.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's from one end of the gamut to the other, and
it is.
Yeah, I love
It
that.
is.
No, I do too. I love them all too. I do too. And what about your favorite? What food or candy?
I like divinity.
Ooh, divinity, that word even hurts my teeth.
My grandmother made the best divinity.
My teeth hurt.
Yeah, that's really good though. Yeah, that's cool. That's neat. Yeah,
That is neat. That's a little different.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Melissa and everyone, please wish everyone at Hoosier Uplands a very Merry Christmas. David, you guys are all rock stars there, and every department and all that you do. And again, the 4 counties that you serve are.
Well, we cover Lawrence, Orange, Washington, Crawford. Oh no.
Okay.
What is wrong with me? I can't think.
No, I didn't mean to put you on the spot there, because and I know them too.
Lawrence, Crawford, Washington.
Martin. It's Lawrence, Martin, Orange, Crawford, and Washington.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Well, it's before 8. It's before 8:30 or 9. It's before 9. Yeah. Well, it's 9 now. So okay.
It's 9.
Now we got no excuses. Okay?
Now, listen. I've only had 2 cups of coffee. Melissa has been our special guest, and she probably has not had enough coffee today.
I've only had a half a cup, so yeah.
That's a crisis.
Yeah, Melissa. Yeah, I don't know how you're doing what you're doing, girl.
I want you to know I am proud of you.
Well,
you did a great job today for only having half a cup of coffee.
You did this on a half a cup of coffee? I can't even imagine what you did on full. Man, you go, girl. Well, no, Melissa, we're sending hugs and love to you and to your family and to Sean, and pray for him, definitely. Let us know if there's anything we can do. Keep up the good work at Hoosier Uplands, and I can't wait to see what the new year has for Hoosier Uplands.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. And if anyone has any questions or any needs, our number is 812-849-4447, and we'll put you through to who you need to talk to. And have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
Thank you. All right, Autumn, let's thank our sponsors.
Coffee Club sponsors: Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Paul Swirly. All
right, bye-bye, Melissa. Bye, Autumn. All right.
Ho, ho, ho! This is Jalen Hoare. Santa Claus is coming to town this year, and we believe he has already made his stop here at John Jones, bringing fantastic deals on all of our year-end inventory. Santa has been looking to upgrade his sleigh, and he has found just the spot to do business. If you're tired of being pulled around by Rudolph and the crew, come check out some of our new rides with plenty of reindeer power. We have a list of cars between all of our 5 locations that we can pull from, and you can see them all in one easy spot, JohnJonesAutoGroup.com. See something shiny and new that you're wanting on Santa's short list? Give us a call at 877-473-5546 to set up your appointment today. And from your local John Jones family, we want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas.
Hello there, this is Nat King Cole, wishing you all a happy and a Merry Christmas. The joy of living is in the giving. So let's give lots of toys for tots.
Since 1947, the United States Marine Corps has been helping Santa fill his sleigh, making happier holidays for deserving children right in your community. Go to toysfortots.org and learn how you can make a difference.
Remember when you had your birthday party at McDonald's, playing with your family and friends, enjoying cake and that one-of-a-kind McDonald's food and drink? If you're looking for a fun and safe place to have a party for your children or grandchildren, look no further. Party time is back at McDonald's right here in Salem, Mitchell, and West Baden. That's right, hosted birthday parties are back, baby. Call event coordinator Renee Lewis at 812-788-0126 to schedule your birthday for Salem, Mitchell, or West Baden today. The party includes food and drink for up to 10 guests, with your choice of white or chocolate cake, ice cream for each child, a gift for the birthday boy or girl, goodie bags for each child, and a festive decorated party area. Parties at Salem allow children to play, while the McDonald's in Mitchell and West Baden will feature age-appropriate games. Let McDonald's make your child's next birthday party stress-free for you and fun for them. Call Renee at 812-788-0126 today and get your next party on the schedule at McDonald's.
Rock and Recovery Minute. Recovery rocks. to Summit County, Ohio Domestic Relations Court Magistrate Cheryl Ware, an alcoholic was a toothless guy who lived under a bridge.
I did not fit that profile, so I didn't even know that I just know that alcohol made me feel better. And when I was, blacked out, I was feeling better. My life at that point had completely unraveled. I hit what you would call rock bottom, what we would all call rock bottom. I was passed out every night. I missed all the kids' school events. I was gone for days. People were looking for me. What I did at that point was I turned back to my relationship with God. I had no other choice than to see that He's all I had, and that was enough.
Hear more powerful episodes about substance use disorder at recoverytalks.org. And find out more about the stigma associated with recovery at rockandrecovery.com.
This has been a Rock and Recovery Minute. Recovery rocks.
Wrap up your year with holiday savings at Billy Martin Store in Martinsburg. If you're looking to buy the perfect gift for that special person on your Christmas list this year, then the Billy Martin Store is the place to go to give the gift that can be used year after year. We have so many nice items on our display floor to choose from at everyday low prices. From furniture, appliances, and flooring, we're sure you'll find that perfect item. So this Christmas season, sit back and relax in comfort as you entertain your guests. Billy Martin Store can offer you free Christmas layaway, free delivery and setup. We do stand behind what we sell if a problem should occur. We would like to
.com/Bubba. Please. Ooh, it brings me to my knees. I can't start another day without him, brother. Oh, there is no other waking on the blubber.
Show.
Stockings are hung by the wood-burning stove. Papa just told me that the well-done froze. Mama's on the couch just picking her nose. White trash Christmas. Daddy get the gun for when the reindeer come. Mama said she could get if we kill us one. Both love fun because it's so much fun. It's white trash Christmas. We got 7 cats scratching leaves underneath the artificial tree. Walmart certificate in my stocking. Mama's always clean on one-stop shopping. Bacon, eggs, and beer for Santa. God bless us, everyone. God bless us, everyone. He always knows I see it on my sister's shoulder. When our cousin comes over, he likes to hold her. She lets me in the kitchen just like I told her. It's a white trash Christmas. We got turkey and ribs, beans and dip. Papa's having flashbacks to Vietnam. Grab the kids, go running high. Make shelter underneath the double wide. Bacon, eggs, and beer to Santa. God bless us, everyone. God bless us, everyone. Mama spent the last of her welfare check to buy Grandpa a carton of cigarettes. But she knows it'll make his best Christmas again. White trash Christmas. The dog went and took another dump on the floor. Mama's making up a fresh time to s'mores. Daddy got drunk and hit his head on the door. It's a white trash Christmas. My presents are wrapped in the comic strips. Goodwill shirts and deodorant. Fresh beef jerky and a 6 and 7 light. We'll be having us a party on Christmas night. Bacon, eggs, and beer for Santa. God bless us, everyone. Bacon, eggs, and beer for Santa. God bless us, everyone. God bless us, everyone.
Terrific story today. The headline kind of says it all. Swedish Christmas goat survives attack. Those crazy Swedes, they're in the news.
They have a Christmas goat?
Rick, vandals tried to set fire to a giant straw goat in central Sweden, but failed to burn down the traditional Christmas monument which had been soaked with flame-resistant chemicals, according to officials.
Say they were ready. They were ready.
The overnight raid was the season's first attack on the 43-foot-high Christmas goat in the city of, Cavale, 90 miles north of Stockholm. The goat had been burned down more than 20 times in the last 40 years in what some believes have become a Yule tradition. Well, I would say so. It's happening every other year. Somebody tried to set fire to the right front leg, but the flame-resistant chemicals worked 100%, said the chairman of the goat committee. There was a smell of gasoline, and the ribbon is a bit smutty, but otherwise it's unhurt.
So, they, in 66, they put it up, and it's been hit with flaming arrows, run over by a car. It's had its legs cut off, surviving only 10 times beyond Christmas Day.
So is this like a Christmas competition? The goat committee tries to keep the goat up, and everybody else tries to burn it down?
Have you seen who burned it down last year? A man dressed as Santa Claus and the gingerbread man.
Burned the goat down and was never caught.
Yeah, well, you know why? Because the gingerbread man, they can catch him. That's something I can do.
It's bad.
Catch me if you can. I'm the gingerbread man.
And I guess there were so many people dressed as Santa Claus, it's hard to tell who had gas on their hands and who didn't.
In a bizarre tie-in, by the way, in a bizarre tie-in. Did you know that Boomer, my oldest son, is actually playing Santa Claus? Starting tonight. We're going to it.
In a Swedish play?
Close. It is actually called the gingerbread man.
Is it really?
And he is Santa Claus. So when the gingerbread man is digging through there and the kids are watching, I'm going to think about the Swedish Christmas goat. You know, they said this year the controversy was there was a group of people that wanted to burn it down, the one they called the holiday.
Right. You know, a 43-foot-high anything made out of straw is pretty impressive. But to have a goat?
I don't understand.
And how did this tradition begin?
Did they
Christmas goat?
They claim this goat was in the stable, where the baby was in the manger.
You know, I don't know.
What kind of goat is this?
We need.
They said it's a Christmas goat.
Do we have any Swedish folks who can clue us in on this rather strange tradition?
Swedes only.
You gotta love the Swedes. They're just lovable socialists.
Right.
And but I don't follow the straw goat.
Anybody know why they have a Christmas goat? Speaking of that,
I'm gonna tell you though, that's a tradition I'd like to see us pick up here. Is to have a giant straw-made goat that people are constantly trying to burn down. Now you gotta admit that's something. There's something to that. Don't you know the committee said, flame retardant chemicals. We got them now.
Good luck with that, gingerbread man.
Yeah, y'all just keep lighting it out there, Santa.
Hey, like that, Pringle.
Don't burn yourself up there, Chris.
Well, what is he mad about? Who dislikes the Christmas?
Rick, what about shooting with a flaming arrow? Now, you got to admit, that's a good... You don't even go close enough to get caught. You just shoot it from a block away. Here, you light it, and I'll shoot.
Yeah.
That's a good flame. Let her go.
Oh, yeah. What do you find?
Oh, you shot it too far.
Yeah, that's a weird tradition. But both sides of that. I don't know why. I don't know why we're erecting the 43-foot straw goat. And I don't know why we're trying to burn it down.
I'd like to see how they made it. I tell you that. How many bales of hay go into that deal?
Maybe they're saying it's something to do with there was a goat there.
Well, look, I have Googled it, and you know, you hate to step out when you haven't pre-read something, but why? It had changed the other day. So let me just start. It says that they used to honor a goat for an old Dodge tour. It used to pull carriages or something. It's basically...
Is it some kind of pagan Christmas thing?
Yes, but no one knows today why they still honor that tradition.
I don't feel like goats should be put in a prominent position.
No.
Well, is that why they're trying to burn it down? They think it's an idol?
Maybe that's it.
Maybe that's it. Maybe people should be burning it down.
I may go try to burn it.
How do you spell C-O-M, Comte? C-O-M-T-E.
Jim the Crazy
Santa Claus.
Oh, just take a dive at it, Speedy. Nobody's been right on this show for years.
Right. We ain't pronounce anything right.
Sure. The Jewel Box, the Christmas goat.
Just stop now.
The Jewel Box.
You're gonna have to pre-read this.
The Jewel Box has nothing to do with Comte. Jewel Box is the Christmas goat, and Comte is Santa Claus. He doesn't ride it. When Sweden was changing from goat to Santa, they came together, but that was more than 20 years ago.
You're sure you're reading that right? You're sure you're not reading the Long Ranger website and that's actually Comte? friends at TheraBreath have some good news if you have bad breath. Try TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oral Rinse. TheraBreath is dentist formulated by Dr. Katz himself. TheraBreath doesn't mask bad breath like those burning alcohol mouthwashes that can actually irritate sensitive mouths. It's alcohol-free and free of gluten with no added dyes or colors. Find TheraBreath in all your favorite retail and drug stores. Look for the bright orange cap or online at TheraBreath.com. You can find a direct link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. TheraBreath, confidence in every capsule. Okay, folks, the MyPillow team is offering a huge BOGO extravaganza. That means buy one, get one free on a bunch of their great products. Now's the time to join millions of Americans who have changed the quality of their sleep with MyPillow and improved their lives with other amazing products. Right now, you get to buy one, get one free pricing on bed sheets, Giza Elegance MyPillows, 6-piece towel sets, a roll and go anywhere MyPillows, and so much more. Go to MyPillow.com/Bubba for our special show savings and discounts, or rickandbubba.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm asking about Prevnar 20 because there's a chance pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital. Age 65 or older, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com. I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
Folks, the holidays are here, and Omaha Steaks has an amazing sale right now. Achieve gifting greatness when you give the gift of perfectly aged, tender, and delicious Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com and take advantage of 50% off site-wide, plus use the code DELISH at checkout and get an additional $40 off your order. These steaks are delicious. 5 generations of family-owned expertise means uncompromising quality that you can trust. The steak experts at Omaha Steaks have put together special curated gift packages that help take the guesswork out of gifting and make you a holiday hero. Send an assortment of mouth-watering favorites guaranteed to impress, like the legendary Butcher's Cut Filet Mignon, air-chilled boneless chicken, ultra-juicy burgers, even easy-to-prepare comfort meals that are ready in a flash. So, head to omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide, plus use the promo code DELISH at checkout to get an extra $40 off. Minimum order may be required.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministries.
If you are 65 or older, you know this. Watching your hard-earned dollars fly out the window on healthcare costs is so frustrating, but here's some great news. If you missed the December 7th deadline for open enrollment, it's not too late. Here's something that could really help. MediShare 65 Plus. MediShare is a community of Christians who share each other's healthcare bills. People who encourage and pray for each other, too. MediShare 65 Plus is a low-cost option for those with Medicare Parts A and B, and it fills in the gaps where Medicare stops. It's a great way to fight inflation, too. You can lock in one low monthly price for up to 10 years. Plus, it's easy. You can use any Medicare-approved doctor or get 24/7 telehealth access from the comfort of your home. So worth looking into. MediShare 65 Plus is open for enrollment, and if you join right now before January 31st, your second month will be free. But don't miss this chance. Call 855-PSALM-32. That's 855-PSALM-32. 855-PSALM-32.
Cashback is not available on gas in Jersey, Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. So why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They're draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Oh, wait. You're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PAID for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code PAID. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PAID for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PAID.
I don't need a lot of presents, don't need no Christmas bling. I just need my radio to do more than just sing home Santa. Hear my plea, Santa bring Rick and Bubba back to me. Oh, please make those interns hurry, I tell Speedy to get in gear. It sure won't seem like Christmas. Rick and Bubba's here. Just fill my sock with CDs, bobbleheads and hoodies too, T-shirts and the Extreme Club, and beef jerky to chew. Begging Santa, hear my plea. Santa, bring Rick and Bubba back to me. Oh Santa, hear my plea. Santa, bring Rick and Bubba back to me.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Best of Rick and Bubba Show. It's a Cook's Pest Control Best of. I'm your host, Speedy. Thank you so much for being with us. A quick reminder for those of you that are interested in going to the Man Church Conference. We've been talking a lot about this as time is quickly approaching, and you want to go ahead and meet that deadline when the price increases on January the 1st. So if you are looking to purchase tickets for the Man Church Conference, it's selling out. And so you not only need to get tickets because of that, but also there's going to be a ticket price increase come January the 1st. So get yours now at themanchurch.com. That's themanchurch.com. All right, here's that telling of Car Wash Joe. Enjoy.
So I go into the car wash business, and the guy who owned our car wash, we called him Big Joe.
Yes, we will change his name to protect the
Big Joe. And Big Joe,
the innocent.
Big Joe go about 5.
Oh yeah, at least.
And he's just gigantic.
At least.
And very wealthy at this time.
Oh, just eat up with money.
And so those of you who remember your jobs when you were in college, you didn't take them too terribly serious.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, it was kind of a comedy exclusion for you. What am I trying to say? You know what I mean?
We had our brown pants, our yellow shirts, and that was big. And so I began to develop an impression of Big Joe. He had a real high-pitched voice, and he talked like that. And his voice was very, very high.
It's a very good impression.
Yeah, and what he liked to do, of course, he had a hard time breathing because he was so big. You know what I mean? But
sure,
you could.
I can relate to that, Rick Burgess.
Boys, I was going down there to wash. Get somebody in there to run me an X. Now, when he wants you to run him an X or a Z, that's
right. If you run a cash register, you're familiar with the term.
That let them know how the day was. So
right.
So
an X would give you a total to that amount. A Z is for closing out the day. Right.
Yeah, that's wrapping it up. So people began to love my impression of the boss and the owner. And
over the telephone, it was even better.
Over the telephone, I would distort it slightly, and you really could not tell the difference. You know what I mean? So I began to take advantage of this situation. Now, the big thing for all my buddies that didn't work at the car wash, or something did, there was 2 people in on the loop, and I won't tell their names because they'll get in trouble. And even if in this day there could be repercussions. So the favorite thing is you could sit at the Quintard Mall where I grew up and see this car wash clear as a paper.
It was very close.
And there was a payphone in a perfect position. Okay? So we'd be out on Friday night, and I would have worked the morning shift, and everybody, then all of a sudden the first person would say it. It'd be a Donnie Adams or somebody go, please shut down the car wash.
Rick, shut down the car wash.
And the chant to shut down the car wash would just start, and it'd be overwhelming.
Shut it down.
So we close on a Friday night at 11, so it'd be about 9:30.
Right.
And I'd call. And my favorite guy to get was this guy named Ronnie Spector. He was my favorite to get because he fell for it every time. Now, I'm changing his name too. Ronnie Spector is not exactly it, but I'm changing it slightly because of obvious reasons. So I'd call him up and I'd go, hey Ronnie, this is Joe. Go ahead and run me a Z. And he'd get up there, and I'd look, you could see him in there. I could see him in there.
See what he was
doing. He'd start running that cash register. I tell you what, that's a pretty good day, Ronnie. Go ahead and shut her down. and you know, a college kid or a high
school kid. You just have to tell him once. Oh, yeah, to get off early when you thought you were going to have to say late. In his mind, he's thinking, hey, I got time to go to the mall now. You know what I mean? He goes, sir, you want me to go ahead? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and shut her down. And you look, and lights are going, and they shut the car wash down at 9:30. And I was a hero. Ah, that's great. And everybody just, you see people running and putting the brushes up. They go out and start reading the meters on the gas pump, you know what I mean? And every now and then, Joe, the real guy, would come by. He had this fancy sports car. Y'all, that didn't happen much, but that was the ultimate. If he would come by after, right when I was shutting it down. He would be driving by and just lock the brakes down when he saw the lights on. And then he'd get out and he'd go, hey! What the hell you doing? You know, like that. And they go, you told us to shut it down. So that was, it couldn't get any better than that. That didn't happen much, but when it did, it was precious. Oh, that is precious. Well, he weighed about 500 and drove a Jaguar. Okay? Right. So what would we do? If you had somebody new working a shift, and this was the greatest to me if a new guy works. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a day. Now, he would pull around to the back. He'd pull around the back and want everybody to hand wash his car. You know, that was big to wash his car. Well, we had these, you know, you've seen these grease guns where we go and actually grease the equipment inside the, you know, the brushes to make sure they ran smoothly. Hang on now. Hang on. This is bad that you know the story already. So if I had somebody new, I'd say, come here, son. And they'd come over and say, that's why I said, you just saw Big Joe, that's the owner, just went around the corner. And they said, yeah. I said, you need to get that grease gun. They said, grease gun, what for? I said, you're going to have to go help him get out of his car. Because it looked like he was so packed in that Jaguar, it looked like he sat on the ground, they built the car around him. And like that, and they say, huh? And I said, oh yeah. I said, you got to go over, you're going to have to grease the door to get him out. Like that. And they look at me, and look, they take that grease gun, they grab the corner, you hear, you can hear him go, Mr. Williams, I'm here to help you get out of your car. Well, what's that grease gun there? Who told you that? And I'd lie. I don't know what they're talking about. And I said, no, Mr. No. I said, I know nothing about it. I said, no, Joe, I think he misunderstood. I told him to go grease the car wash. Well, he's trying to grease me. I said, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So I began to be able to do this impression so well that I would call up and say things like, I'm Inspector Ron, Inspector. Ronnie, this is Joe. Go out there to the marquee. And he'd lose his breath usually then. And put on it. Rick Burgess employee of the month. You look, no Ronnie back there, bud. You see the You do that from the back room. Oh, yeah. While you're working. I do it, and he'd come back and say, we know where the letters of marquee are. So you right over there. Joe told me to put your name over the okay. Hey, Ronnie, this is Joe. Is Rick Burgess working? Yeah, he's right back here. He's in the manager's office. Take $100 out of the register and give it to him. Is Rick Burgess working with you? Yes, sir. Tell him to knock off 3